Hello. So dear students, I Rakesh Jain from Suresh Gyanwar University. Today I am going to teach you about the addressing modes of 8086 microprocessor. Before this, we have already been studied about the what you will understand after completing this lecture. You will be able to differentiate the total instructions in different category. That is your addressing modes. How they operate and opcode relationship will be there. That we can easily understand with the help of addressing modes. So, we have already been studying about the 8085 microprocessor, in which you saw that there are five different addressing modes: direct, indirect, register, immediate, and indirect addressing modes. Apart from those five addressing modes, here in this case, there are total eight addressing modes. So, first of all, just see this MS Paint file where I will start here, start to show you the complete addressing modes. Yes. So, here I first write down the name of the topic. So our name of the topic is addressing mode. So 8086 microprocessor. This is our topic. So actually, the addressing modes is what? The different way in which a source operand is denoted in an instruction. The way by which the different ways by which the source operand is denoted in the instruction is known as addressing modes. So first of all, I should write down the basic definition of this addressing modes. The different way by which the source operand is denoted in an instruction is known as addressing mode. So the way by which the source operand is denoted in an instruction can be termed as the addressing modes. So basically there are total 8 addressing mode in case of 8086 microprocessor. Immediate addressing modes, register addressing modes, direct addressing mode. Okay, I just write down. There are total 8 addressing modes in 8086 microprocessor. So if we talk about the addressing modes category, there are total 8 different class of addressing modes. I just to draw a diagram by which I am going to show you those addressing modes. So the first addressing mode is the first addressing mode is my immediate addressing mode or immediate addressing mode. So register, register, and direct. There are different addressing mode. So first addressing mode is my immediate addressing mode. First addressing mode is immediate addressing mode. In this class of immediate addressing mode, actually the data is directly present. The data is written after the instructions, mnemonics. Okay, like because we know that 8086 microprocessor is a 16-bit microprocessor in which the registers, the general purpose registers, are of 16-bit, which is further divided in lower byte of data and upper byte of data, higher byte of data. That is, for example, accumulator. So AL stands for the lower byte of accumulator, AH stands for the higher byte of data accumulator. Or together, if we want to show the accumulator of 16-bit, that is AX. So in case of immediate addressing mode, we can write down the instruction in which the data operand is a part of instruction itself. A type of addressing mode in which the data byte is the part of instruction itself. I just write down the basic definition here. Data byte is the part of the instruction itself. In case of immediate addressing mode, data byte is a part of instruction Data byte is a part of data byte itself is a part of instructions. Okay? For example, what I want to say, for example, in case of immediate addressing mode, what kind of example? Any example in which the data byte is directly given. I mean, in the mathematical format, it is directly given. For example, for the lower byte, I just want to send data 30, then move AL, comma 30. In the total 16-bit registers or general purpose registers C of 8086 microprocessor, if I want to send any data, let's suppose 2345, then I have to write the move CX, comma 2345. So any instruction, any example. So I just write down as an example move CX, comma 325. Okay, so it means this data, this hexadecimal data, so I just write in H. Okay, will be moved into the register C. Okay, the second instruction move, for example, at the higher byte of accumulator, I just want to send the data 45 in hexadecimal. So the data is directly written over there. That's why it is immediate addressing move. Now, the second kind of addressing mode is your register addressing mode. The second kind of addressing mode, we just start here with register addressing mode. So the second category is of register addressing mode. Second kind of addressing mode in case of 8085 is register addressing mode, in which the transformation done in between registers. So, what do you mean by the register addressing mode? In which the register is the source of an operand for an instruction. As an operand, source is a part of that. Okay, so register is source of an operand for an instruction. Then this is known as register addressing mode. What I want to make say, register is a part of source operand in instruction. This is known as your register address mode. Means register behave as a part of source operand. Then this is known, which present in 16-bit register of B into register C, 16-bit register of C of 8086. Then you have to write down move, it means copy the content of move CX, comma BX. So the copy the content of register B into register C directly. So the transformation occurs between register, and the operand which plays a vital role here is a register itself. That's why it is a register addressing mode. So what I want to say, I just write down an example for that. So the example of this kind of instruction set, that is known as register, is this kind of addressing mode is register addressing mode. That is the transformation in between the 16-bit register C and the 16-bit register B. This is okay. I just write down here. Then C B like this. This is a addressing mode. Now the third addressing mode is my direct addressing mode, in which the effective address of the memory location is written directly in the instruction. If the like the immediate addressing mode, in case of immediate addressing mode, the data is directly given in the instruction. But in case of direct addressing mode, the effective address, that is the address of a particular location of any data, the address is directly given. If the effective address is given in the instruction, that is known as and for address of what? Address of memory location. So the effective address of memory location is given if given in the instruction, that is your direct addressing. That is my direct addressing. So see this third category in case of 8086 about the addressing mode. The third category of the addressing mode. Okay, the third category of the addressing mode is what? Direct addressing. direct addressing. So for the direct addressing mode, the effective address of the memory location is directly given in the instruction. Just writing here the effective address of the memory location directly given in the instruction. So this is known as direct address. If the effective address is directly given, then that is known as here our direct addressing. This is known as my direct addressing. For example, they are direct means they are directly in the mathematical format present in any instructions, right? But we have to use a bracket sign or a curly braces type of sign for the case of 8086 type of microprocessor. For example, let's suppose I want to send a data memory location which is stored at a memory location, because in case of 8086 microprocessor, we should use any instruction, any data at a particular memory location. So let's suppose the memory location, the address of that memory location is 1345. Okay. Now I want to send that particular memory location to the accumulator. So how I can write down that I want to send only the location. That's it. Move ex, comma. I have to write down the address in curly braces either or in bracket. So large size bracket. So 1345 is, let's suppose, the memory location 1345, because we write down in hexadecimal. That's why I write down hex. This is an example of direct addressing mode, because here instead of the data, an address is given which is given directly in the instruction. So this is my direct addressing mode in case of 8086 microprocessor. Now the next addressing mode is indirect addressing mode, or that is also known as register indirect addressing mode, in which we want to talk about the address, but the address is not directly given. In this kind of addressing modes, we talk about the address, or we talk about the address of those memory location which is actually stored by the register pair, we can say, or the general purpose register of the 8086. The addressing mode allows data to be addressed at any memory location through an offset address held in any type of register like BP, BX, DI, or SI. We know that there are special kind of registers apart from the general purpose registers. BP, DI, SI, and BX. These are the registers. So it allows data to be addressed. Register indirect addressing modes. What I want to say is this right down here. The next addressing mode is, this one was method addressing mode. This one was method addressing mode. Now I am going to explain you about my fourth addressing mode. We just categorize the addressing mode. So now the fourth addressing mode. The fourth addressing mode is indirect addressing mode. See very carefully. Indirect addressing mode. Indirect addressing mode of 8086 microprocessor. In the beginning of this addressing mode is what I just write down here because of the length of the space. So in case of indirect addressing mode, the addressing mode allows the data to be addressed at any memory location. It allows the data to be addressed at any memory location. I just type it here. It allows the data to be addressed to be addressed at any memory location, to be addressed any memory location. It allows the data to be addressed at any memory location through an offset address held by the register parent. Through an offset address, through offset address held by any register, which would either DI, SI, BP, or BX. Only these registers. Okay. So it is a special kind of addressing mode. We can say it allows the data to be addressed at one memory location through offset address held by any registers. What I want to say, it means, for example, I write down. Let's suppose the I want to talk about a data 30. Okay, 1345. Let's suppose my data, because data is of 16 mode, so 1345 is my data, which is of 16 bit. Now it is stored by B register, general purpose register B. So BH and BL hold the upper 8 bit and lower 8 bit. So BX hold the data. Okay. Now the memory location of that registers BX is 2375. Now I want to talk about that data 1345 via the address 2375 with the help of the registers BX, that is BH and BL, contains BH and BL. So we can use, or we have to follow the register addressing modes in which I can send the data held by the memory locations contained by register pair. Suppose the register, for example, suppose the register BX contains any data, then are the contents of that memory location will be moved to another register pair via this addressing mode. What I want to say, let's see an example first of all. So let's suppose this is an example. X, so what is the meaning of this instruction? The meaning of this instruction. Now see very clearly. Bx is the Bx is the total. So I just write down after Ax the register Bx. Now what is the meaning of this instruction? So just to see it via an example, which I will remove after this explaining this example. Now see, let's suppose there is an address 2135. Okay, this is a 16-bit address. Okay, so this is a address. This is a address. Right? Now this address contains any data. Contains any data. Let's suppose 0712 is the data, 16-bit data. Okay. Let's suppose. Okay. So this is it. And let's suppose 071 is or 712 is my data. Okay. So you will not confuse about the bit. So 712 is the data which is held by the address whose address is 2135. Okay. Now I want to say that let's suppose Bx point out this address, or Bx hold the address of this data. Bx hold the address 2135. Now if I write down this instruction which I told you, like move Ax comma here Bx. Now what is the meaning of this instruction? Now the meaning of after the execution of this instruction, the answer will be that after the execution of this instruction, the answer is the AX will hold the data 7. Why? Because here BX hold what address we should see first of all. So BX hold this address 2135. Okay. Now what is the data of that address? That is 37. So the data whose address is held by this register bx will move into ax. So we want to talk about the data of a particular specific address, but we cannot write down the address directly in here in mathematical format, for example. That's why it is a indirect addressing mode. So I think you understand about this indirect addressing mode. Now we have to go for the next addressing mode. Wait, I just remove this. Now after this indirect addressing mode, now my next addressing mode is base addressing mode. What is the meaning of this base addressing mode? Base addressing mode is mean the offset address of the operand is given by the sum of contents of BX or BP register and 8 byte or 16-bit displacement. What I want to say. Let's suppose the register BP or let's suppose the register BX holds some value. Okay? Just to uplift that value, we have to add some data. The data must be of 8-bit or 16-bit. So we can use this kind of addition with the content of register BP or BX with the help of the base addressing. So in the base addressing mode, the offset address of the operand, I just type first of all base addressing. So this was my fourth addressing mode, that is indirect addressing mode. Now I am going to explain you. Now I am going to explain you about the base addressing. See very carefully. The fifth addressing mode, that is my base addressing mode. This is the next base addressing mode. Now, what is the meaning of this base addressing mode? See very carefully. In case of base addressing mode, I write down here with this blue color. Okay. Now see, in this addressing mode, the offset address of the operand is given by the in this addressing mode. First of all, keep in your mind that BP or BX register content and 8-bit or 16-bit displacement will be added, and the offset address of the operand is given by this. What I want to say, in this kind of addressing mode, I just type here in this kind of addressing mode. In this addressing mode, the offset address of the operand is given by the sum of contents of BP or BX register and 8 or 16-bit displacement. 8 public means 8 or 16-bit. Please. So, the offset address of the operand is given by the sum of contents of BP or BX registers, BP or BX registers, and right. So the sum of the contents of BP or BX register just add with some data that is of 8-bit in case of BP or in case of BX that is of 16-bit. So they will be add. So there will be a displacement from their original value. Okay. So that will behave as an address part of operand. So that is known as base addressing mode, in which the operand address, the offset address of the operand or the operand address is given by the sum of the contents of BP or BX register displaced by some 8-bit or 16-bit data. So this is my fifth addressing mode, that is known as base addressing. Now, if you talk about the example of this base addressing mode, then base addressing mode, like let's suppose I want to move any, like first of all, I just write down the example. So the example of this is, let I have a register CX. Example, okay. Now I have to write down the example. So I just write down an example. So here, move. Let's suppose I have a register CX. I want to send displace that. I want to see the offset address that is actually some displacement in the BX or BP register. So here I use X, that's why I want to talk about the full register pair, that's why I use here BX plus, let's suppose any, it will displace from any 8-bit or 16-bit data. So, because I use here a register BX, let's suppose I just want to shift it via the 8-bit data 06, okay? So now, this is an example of base address mode because BX or BP register displaced by the original value of BX or BP register will be added by some data of 8-bit or 16-bit. So the new data will behave, the new result will behave as an address, and this is the address of the operand. That's why it is known as base addressing mode. This is known as base addressing mode. Now we have to see the next addressing mode. So I just substitute it at the right hand side, or yes. Now see this one, the base addressing mode with this. The next addressing mode, then the base addressing mode. That is indexed addressing mode. What is the meaning of this indexed addressing mode? Like the base addressing mode is shifted by some displacement via 8-bit or 16-bit data. Similarly, the DIL SI register, the special register DIS SI registers will be displaced by addition of some 8-bit or 16-bit data. Then it is known as indexed addressing mode. In the base addressing mode and indexed addressing modes are only differ in what registers we make the displacement. In case of the base addressing mode, we just make the displacement in DP or BI register, but in case of our index addressing mode, we make the displacement in DI or SI registers. So I just write down about the index addressing mode. So just to see this 6th addressing mode, that is index addressing. Etc. So what we will see, what we will see in this addressing mode, that here in this addressing mode, SI and DI will be shifted. See this one. See here what I want to see. Here I just write down. In this addressing mode, addressing mode, the register SI and DI, the register SI or DI, SI or we can see SI or any one among those, SI or DI, it's based by 8 or 16-bit data. 16-bit data. In this addressing mode, the offset address of the operand is just find out by the adding the content of SI and DI register and 8 or 16-bit displacement. So here at the same time in this addressing mode, the offset address of the operand is given by the register SI and DI which displays by the 16-bit or 8-bit data. So just to see here, I write down this. In this addressing mode, the offset address of the operand is given by register SI or DI displaced by 16-bit register. Okay, or we can say the adding term we should use. So operand is given by adding register SI or DI and displaced term. Is by 8 or 16-bit data. So this is known as index addressing mode. For example, as an example, what I want to say. Let's suppose I have to move any data of SI register in BX register, general purpose register BX. So what I want to say in this kind of addressing mode, I want to move the data in BX register, so I just write. Let's suppose the data is in my BI register. So when I just shift the content of BI with 8-bit or 16-bit, let's suppose 07 I just add. So this is a 8-bit data. So due to the addition of this 7 with the BI register content, definitely the new result will become. So this will behave as a address of the operand. So this is known as indexed addressing mode. This is known as indexed addressing mode. This is known as index addressing mode. So here we already explained 6 kind of different addressing mode. I just repeat. I just show that is in front of you right now in your screen. This is in front of you. Yes. These are 6 addressing mode. Now the 7th addressing mode I am talking about. The 7th number addressing mode is my base index addressing mode. In this addressing mode, actually the offset same kind of thing. Summation will be there. The offset address of the operand is computed by summing the base register to the content of index register. You know there are two index register BI and SI and DI. Okay, and there are the different base registers AX, PX, CX, DX like this. So just add those base register content with the index register content. Then that will behave if as an address of the operand. That is known as base index addressing mode. Base index addressing. As the name implies, contains the word already contains base and index. That's why the content of the base register, the content of the index register will be added to each other, and after addition, the result will behave as the address of the operand. That is known as base index addressing. So I just write down here the base index addressing mode. This is 7th number addressing mode. Here the base index addressing mode. Base index addressing mode. Base index addressing mode. So this is my 7th number addressing mode, that is known as base index addressing mode. Now what is the meaning of this addressing mode? I just write down here. See it carefully. Because of the lack of the space, I just write down. Okay, here I do not write down the example. So once again, I write down the example in case of step number 6, index addressing mode, in which let's suppose I want to move any data. For example, I have a data want to move in a BX register. Then my data is in BI register. So I just add with any register 07. So this is an example of index addressing. Okay. Now what is the base index addressing mode? I just write down at this lower side, see it very carefully with the black color. I am going to write down the about the base index addressing mode. Okay, so now see what is the meaning of base index addressing mode. In this addressing mode, the effective address or the offset address of the operand is given by adding the base register and index register content. So when we just add the base register content and the index register content, then this is known as base index addressing mode. This is known as base index addressing mode. Now, if we want to see any example of the base index addressing mode, then how we can say that this is a base index addressing mode. So let's suppose I wish to move any data in my register, any data in my register. Let's suppose my in case of base index addressing mode, let's suppose my register is CX. I want to move the content of AX, that is the base register, and SI, that is the index register. So when they will add and just move to the register CX, this is known as your base index addressing mode. What I want to say here, I just write down the example of base addressing mode. Let's suppose I have a register CX in which I just want to move the content of the base register BX or AX after the addition with TI, that is index register or SI. Okay. So this is known as my base index address mode because AX is a base register and BI is an index register. So after the addition, the content will behave as the address of the operand itself. Then this is known as base index addressing mode. Okay. Now the eighth and the last addressing mode in case of 8086 microprocessor is base index with displacement mode. Base index with displacement mode. In this addressing mode, similar to the just previous addressing mode of base index addressing mode, the content of the base register and the content of the index register add, but they are also further add by 8 or 16-bit displacement. And this is known as base index with displacement mode. And this is known as base index with displacement. So I just write down this dark blue color and look at carefully. Or with this yellow color I'm writing now. So you see very carefully. If not able to see, then tell me. Okay. So now this is your base index with displacement addressing mode. Base indexed with displacement addressing mode. Base indexed with the displacement. So I just write down everything now. Base index with this base index with displacement addressing mode. Okay. So this is my new addressing mode, 8th number addressing mode, and there are total 8 addressing modes. So base index with displacement. Now, what is the meaning of this base index with displacement mode? Here in this addressing mode, as I have already been told, the base register and actually here the operand offset address is computed by adding the base register content, index register content, and 8 or 16 bit displacement. So what I want to say, I just write down here, is the name implies there are three different things: base, index, and displacement. So displacement can be done by the 8-bit or 16-bit of data. 8-bit or 16-bit of data. The base means the base register content, and index means index register contents. That is SI or DI content. Or base register content in AX, BX, CX, or DX. These are base register. So in this addressing mode, the offset address of the operand is given by the addition of index register content, base register content, and 8 public 16-bit of displacement. Okay. So this is known as base index with displacement addressing mode. Now we see the example of this addressing mode, how it can happen. Base index with displacement kind of addressing mode. So in the case of base index with displacement addressing mode, let's suppose I wish to move any data that computed the address that is computed actually from the addition of the index register SI. Let's suppose SI, the base register BX, and any 8-bit displacement into a register. Then how we can write down this as an example of base index addressing mode? See very carefully. Let I wish to move into register CX. Content of the base register BX, which is added by the index register, that is, let's suppose SI or DI. So I here use SI index register content, and also with the 16-bit displacement or 8-bit displacement. Let the data as of 8-bit data is 05. Let's suppose 8-bit displacement is 8. So I just write out, and let's suppose why 16 bits. So I just write out 16. This is known as base index with displacement addressing modes. Okay. So this is base index with displacement addressing modes. So basically, there are two kind of addressing modes. One was the there are two kind of three kind of things in this base index with displacement addressing mode, that BX, SI, and 8 to 16-bit displacement. Now, on the basis of the comparison which we have already been completed 2 days before, what is the difference between 8085 and 8086 microprocessor? So you just remember that we just compare now in terms of addressing mode. But what we have already been covered, just repeat that term. 8085 microprocessor was a 8-bit microprocessor, but this 8086 microprocessor is a 16-bit microprocessor. In case of 8085 microprocessor, 8-bit of database and 16-bit of address bus. But here in this case of 8086 microprocessor, 16-bit of data bus and 20-bit of address bus. The memory handling capability or the memory addressing capacity of the 8085 microprocessor was 2 raised to the power 16, that is 64 kilobyte. But in case of 8086 microprocessor, it is 2 raised to the power 20. Here the power term depends on what is the capacity of the addressing mode, what is the bit of the addressing bus. Okay. So 2 raised to the power 20, that is actually 1 megabyte. So a large amount of memory addressing capacity. Then if you talk about the flags, then there are only 5 flags: sign, 0, auxiliary, carry, parity, and carry flag in case of 8085 microprocessor. But in case of 8086 microprocessor, now we have different flags: 6 plus 3. 3 are control flags, 6 are stationary flag. So there are 9 flags which we saw yesterday. Then, so there are so many differences we have already been noticed. When we talk about the block diagram, then bus interface unit and execution unit are those two separated major section in case of 8086, where they was not present in 8085. Segmentation is possible in case of 8086, but segmented one not possible in case of 8085. If we talk about the block diagram or architecture, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6-byte prefetch queue is possible in case of 8086 microprocessor, but it was not possible in 8085 microprocessor. That's why pipelining is possible in case of 8086 microprocessor, but pipelining was not possible in the 8085 microprocessor. Or okay, apart from those differences which we have already been covered in previous lectures, today some more differences we noticed, that in case of 8085 microprocessor, only 5 addressing modes were there: direct addressing mode, indirect addressing mode, register addressing mode, immediate addressing mode, and implicit addressing mode. So only 5 addressing modes were there. But in case of 8085 microprocessor, look at in front of you, there are 8 different addressing mode: immediate addressing mode, register addressing mode, direct addressing mode, indirect addressing mode, base addressing mode, index addressing mode, base index addressing modes, base index with the displacement addressing mode. So a large number of addressing modes compared with the 8085 microprocessor. Now, actually the addressing modes which show you that how the source operand is denoted in the addressing. So if the data is directly given, that is known as immediate addressing mode, like the first addressing mode. If the address is directly given, then this is known as direct addressing mode, like the third addressing mode in front of you. If the relationship, if the transformation of the data occurs in between the register to register, or we can say as a operand, a register plays a vital role, then that is known as register addressing mode, like the example of move CX, BX. So the content of the register, general purpose register BX, will move into the general purpose register CX. So the transformation is in between register, from register into register. Source is register, destination is register. That's why this is a register addressing mode. Then in indirect addressing mode, we want to move the content whose address is stored by a particular register. But in the instruction we just mentioned that address, that register only, which hold the address of a particular data. Then this is known as, means we want to talk about the address, the data of the address of a data, but we cannot write down the address directly in the instruction. Then that is known as indirect addressing mode. Like we just take an example of move ax comma in bracket bx. So in bracket bx means the bx contains some address whose data is something. I just want to move the content whose address is stored by register bx into ax. So this is indirect addressing mode. Then the next addressing mode is base addressing mode. Here we have the base register like bx, ex, ax, dx. They will whenever further displaced. Okay, so the address, the offset address of the operand is given as the base registers add with some displacement. Then this is known as base addressing mode. Then index addressing mode means just the address of the offset address of the operand is given by or calculated by or moved by after the addition of the index register, that is SIODI, with some displacement. Then this is known as base index index addressing mode. Base index addressing mode is, as the name implies, base and index both are comes. So base register content add with the index register content, then they will behave as a this summation will behave as a address of the offset address of the operand. Then this is known as base index addressing mode. And the last one is base index with displacement addressing mode. It means there are three words: base, index, and then displacement. It means the base contents, the base register content, add with the index register content, also add with 8-bit or 16-bit displacement. Then the result of these three terms addition will behave as a will be used as a address of the offset address of the operand. Then this is known as base index with displacement addressing mode. And as an example, I just wrote in front of you move cx comma in bracket bx plus si plus 16. It means the content 16-bit, the displacement content cx will be add with the register bx, that is base register, add with the index register si, and these addition will behave as the address of the operand. And this is known as base index with displacement addressing mode. Okay, so that's all about the addressing mode of 8086 microprocessor. So I think you understand about those addressing modes. Now we just see certain objectives on those addressing modes. I just save this file, and now I am going to show you some objective questions on this. Yes. So I just save this file, and we just open a new file. This is saved as epoxy. I just come with certain example. Let's suppose I have a question. Yes. So what is the answer of this first objective question? First of all, just see this objective question which is in front of you. I just paste that objective here. Yes. Let's suppose you have an objective question. I just make the title of this. Question. Addressing modes of 8086 microprocessor. So what are the objective questions on 8086 microprocessor? First of all, I just I didn't write the date, today date on top. So I just wrote on that previous slide the today date. That is, today is 11/6/2020. 11th June 2020. Now see again this one. Right. So here there is a question in front of you that the instruction move ax comma 0005. So which addressing mode is this? Belongs to which addressing mode? Belongs to which addressing mode? Belongs to which addressing mode? So what should be the answer? Now see very carefully. This one. Here this 0005 is a 16-bit data. So data is directly given as a operand. Data is directly given as a operand. It means it is a immediate addressing mode. As I have already been told you that immediate addressing mode is that addressing mode in which the data is directly given. So definitely my answer is immediate addressing mode. So the answer is C, that is immediate addressing mode. Okay. Now I just come with a second example, second objective questions. So tell me which is this addressing mode. One more time. Okay, let's just see this one. Now, which example of this instruction? If this is related with which, what kind of addressing mode? So here move ax comma 1234 is given. Move ax comma 1234 is given. Move ax comma 123. So move x, it will move into the register ax. What we have to move? We want to move the content A234. It means A234 is the content, that is a data. So data is directly given. So whenever data is directly given, that is immediate addressing mode. So in this example also, this is a immediate addressing mode. So this is a immediate addressing mode. Okay. Now we come with the third example. We come with the third example. Now see this one. Okay. So let's suppose I have an example of this question. So what will be the answer? Try to understand this. So this is an example. Move ax comma in bracket a 16-bit data is written. 2500 a 16-bit data is given, but in large bracket. It means it will behave as an address. So address is directly given here. See in this example, actually this 2500 comes in a bracket, that's why it will behave as an address. So the content of that address will move into register AX. So here we talk about the address, and address directly given in mathematical format. That's why it is a direct addressing mode. It is a direct addressing mode. Now we just see the next question. If the data is present in the addressing mode, I just copy, just to show you this addressing mode, the addressing is not here. Let's see this. Let's suppose. Yes. If the data is present in a register, okay, data is present in the register, okay, and it is referred using the particular register, then which kind of addressing mode is this one? Definitely it will, what do you want to say? Data is present in the register. Let's suppose the register BX hold the data 1234, okay, and it is referred using the particular register, okay. So maybe it will be referred by register AX. So how you will write down the instruction? So according to this statement, move AX comma BX, where BX holds some data. So which addressing mode is this one? So move AX comma BX. It means both the transformation occurs between the registers. That's why it is a register addressing mode definitely. So that's why it is a register addressing mode definitely. So I have to click on register addressing mode. Okay. Then I just come with the next example. Wait. Before going, I just come with an example. Yes. So let's suppose the one more example is here. See this example. Which addressing mode is this one? We have to find that which kind of addressing mode is this one. With the example here, instruction move AX comma BX is given is an example. So which kind of addressing mode is there? See, the transformation occurs between the register and register, but the register is given in the bracket. It means we want to talk about the address or a particular memory location, the content whose memory location is stored in the register. That's why it is a indirect kind of register, indirect kind of addressing mode. That is also known as register indirect addressing mode. So this the answer is D. The answer is D. So similar to this, I just come with certain example, look at those example and try to understand these example. First of all, I just put those in front of you, then you will try to find out the answer of those questions. Okay, first I put the questions, certain question, I come with certain questions. Seventh question. It's only eight questions. Now try to solve these questions from your knowledge. Whatever the knowledge I have to give you, I solve on the basis of those knowledge. I just solve five questions in front of you. Now try to solve those five questions, which these questions from your knowledge. I just remove this for the space purpose. These two questions from the left hand side, but they will be remaining in the video, so you will easily see from there. Now try to find out the answer of these questions. If not, then will ask me next lecture. So these are total 10 questions, in which 5 questions I solved on the basis of those theory which we have already been studied a few minutes ago. And these are also 10 questions. Okay, so these are these 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10. Try from yourself. You will easily find out the answer of those questions. So our today topic is completed. That is addressing mode of 8086. With the help of that, you can easily solve certain objective questions. You will be able to find out how to categorize the instruction in different addressing mode. What is the basic difference between the 8085 and 8086 addressing modes? How the particular addressing mode works and how the instruction can be categorized in a particular addressing mode, and the explanation of those all addressing modes. So I, Rakesh Jain from the Gyanware University, wants to thank you for watching the video. Thank you very much.